Screen is visible to you all.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, so today I'll ask the questions at the last. Now we'll go for the next gastrointestinal disorder, that is peptic ulcer. Okay. So what is peptic ulcer? First, we'll understand by the name. Peptic word itself, what it means. Peptic word itself known as, which is something related to stomach, considering stomach, or pepsine. Yesterday also you connected. Okay, pepsine and ulcers or sore formation in that is called as peptic ulcer. Okay, acid peptic. This is also called as acid peptic disease, and or in the short form, we used to call it APD. Okay. My voice is clear now.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now we'll go for the definition of your this peptic ulcers. So what are the peptic ulcers? Are the defects in the gastrointestinal mucosa layer. We yesterday told that problem in the mucosa layer that extends to the mucosa. So I'll tell you if this layer is this one is your mucosal layer, then further it will be further layer will be next more deeper. Okay, this is epithelial tissue. This one is epithelial tissue, that is last outer layer of your skin. Then if this one is mucosal layer, this will be muscularis mucosa. Okay, next more deeper layer will be muscularis mucosa. So if these ulcers or some defects which are not only remaining till the mucosal layer but are also extending up till the your muscularis mucosa is known as peptic ulcer disease, something which is involved or happened in peptic ulcer disease. Okay, this by the name we can see this, these sole-like structures are called such. Okay, these are not only leading to first layer or mucosal layer but also reaching to the further layers. So, what exactly peptic ulcers is the open sores or lesions that develops in the lining of the stomach. Okay, mucosal layer. Further, it will be extended to muscularis mucosa. Small intestine. Okay, lining of the stomach along with the small intestine, or sometimes in the lower part of the esophagus. Okay, we don't know exactly where it will happen, but it can be spreaded. There are some options. This is esophagus. You know the first, like before esophagus comes, that is food pipe. Further, your abdomen will come. Further, it will be continued with the your duodenum. And what are the three parts of small intestine? Who will tell?
Duodenum, jejunum, and ileum.
Yes. So further, this abdomen or stomach will be linked with your duodenum part. Okay. So just before the abdomen will be esophagus, just after the abdomen will be duodenum. So it could be possible because this is happening due to the HCl or acid formation so much that acid is further leading to the breakdown of the walls of your stomach. So this acid could be spreaded up to upper part or the lower part. Therefore, it could happen in upper esophagus part also or duodenum part also. Okay, lower part of the esophagus. Okay, or the upper part of duodenum. So these ulcers can cause burning or groaning pain in the upper abdomen. Usually in the upper abdomen, because like these ulcers usually in the upper abdomen but could be in the lower duodenum part also. That ulcer is named differently. Okay, we'll study in the further slides. Peptic ulcer are a common medical condition, can range from small, shallow or sores to the large, deeper ulcers. Okay, it could be small, shallow, visible, or like very large, deeper, depending upon the severity. Okay, so hopefully this is very easy that you have understand what exactly the ulcers are, how it is happening. So what are the main causes? So peptic ulcers are primarily caused by the imbalance between what stomach's acid, whatever the acid produced by the stomach, and protective factors that line the stomach. Okay, whatever are the linings of the stomach, that and the production of the acid by the abdomen or stomach, there is imbalance in both these two, then it will be leads to a peptic ulcer. The primary factor that contributes to development of the peptic ulcer will be, we'll see that H. pylori infections and further NSAIDs, non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs. We'll see further. So now here in the diagram you can see H. pylori damages the protective mucus layer. Okay, protective mucus layer. This one is mucus layer. This one is epithelial tissues. Okay, connective tissue. These are nothing here. From here we can see cell tissue. So H. pylori is damaging the protective layer of your mucus layers. Whatever is the mucus lining of your abdomen is damaged by H. pylori. The bacteria colonize the stomach mucus. Okay, it will be like this. See, this one is bacteria. Acid passes through weakened mucus layer. Now your mucus layer will definitely be weakened due to this bacteria. So as the acid passes this weakened area of your abdomen, it will lead to cause the ulcers. Okay, these it will leads to call the ulcers, and because due to the pepsins or acid which is produced in the stomach, it is caused, therefore it is named as peptic ulcer. So the main cause is H. pylori, as I told you, in H. pylori infections. Whole I have involved. So this bacterium can infect the stomach lining and weakens as same in the diagram we have seen. Okay, it is written in the words. Can infect the stomach lining and weaken the protective mucus layer, making the lining more susceptible to damage for the stomach acid. Okay, same thing what we have studied here. So this H. pylori is damaging our layer. What layer? Mucosal layer. Further, this mucosal layer damage is mm, incapable to manage with that acid, and it will cause the ulcers or sores, lesions on the part of your abdomen or stomach. Second causes, many causes are there, as I named two, three. NSAIDs, non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs. So they will also regular intake of them or prolonged taking these drugs can further. This is the example. Ibuprofen and aspirin are the examples for NSAIDs, and these regular intake of these medicines can irritate or damage your muscles or the inner lining of your stomach, which can increase the risk of your ulcers. Okay, excessive stomach acid production. If more stomach acid production will be there, it could also lead to the damage of layers of the stomach. Certain conditions can lead to the overproduction of the stomach acid and can increase risk of ulcers. Okay, so main H. pylori, NSAIDs. Okay, these are the ulcers formations. Certain risk factors, it could be genetics. Smoking could lead to blood group O, which antigen may bind with H. pylori. Okay, O blood group antigen may bind with H. pylori bacteria. Now other diet, alcohol, etc. So this will come more important. First important is what exactly the peptic ulcer. Second important is what are the types. What are the main two types? These are gastric ulcer and duodenum ulcer. By the name itself, we can understand gastric. Gastric, something word related to abdomen, stomach. Duodenum, word, of course, for the duodenal part of your small intestine, first part of small intestine, which is attached with your stomach. Okay. So, this gastric ulcer will be the ulcer which is present inside your stomach or the linings of the stomach, anywhere inside your stomach lining. Okay, anywhere inside your stomach lining will leads to this one, gastric ulcers. Anywhere inside your duodenum, this my pen is visible on the huh Hari Om.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Here in the diagram you can see, if this is stomach, this is last part, this is starting part of your stomach. Okay, so this above, this is esophagus. So if ulcer in this part, it will be called as esophageal ulcer. Esophageal ulcer, this third one. Okay, if ulcer in your duodenum part, next part of your stomach, it will be called as duodenal ulcer. Duodenal ulcer. If any part of the stomach it could happen, it will be called as gastric ulcer. Okay, gastric ulcer. This is the three main types, but usually when we study, we used to have only two in the views, that is gastric ulcers and duodenal ulcers. So in the words it is written, in the lining of the stomach, these ulcers occurs in the upper part of the small intestine known as duodenum, in the duodenum. Okay, hopefully these types are very much clear to you all. Please reply.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. So now symptoms some symptoms of the duodenal ulcers, both as we have studied duodenal ulcer and gastric. So we'll see. Not of much of your use. Okay, again symptoms main, you have to know that two types are there, and these are the two types. And further for the management, now burning epigastric pain 90 minutes or 3 hours after the meals. Okay, if any epigastric is that abdominal region itself. Hopefully you have studied in anatomy and physiology the 9 divisions of your abdominal part. Okay, like this, maybe ma'am has told you. Okay, I will not to tell you this, but it should know. So this epigastric region is middle region only. So if the pain in that region for about 90 or 33 hours, in about 9 or 90 or minutes or 3 hours after the meals, it could show these are the main symptoms for duodenal ulcers. Then relieved by the food, eating the food, it could relieve or can increase more. Weight gain in this duodenal ulcer. Okay, remember these points. Gastric ulcer में weight will be weight loss. In duodenal ulcer, weight gain. Okay, gastric ulcer, weight loss will be there. Burning, epigastric pain, and made more worsen with the food. Anorexia, anorexia is one of the food disorders. Indigestion aggravates pain, sorry, ingestion aggravates pain, food aversion, also indigestion will be there. Okay, because no proper, and also the food will not get digested properly when it will go inside. So therefore indigestion will also happen. Complications, certain complications are there, no need for you still written. Gastrointestinal bleeding could happen, obstruction in there, penetrating cause of acute pancreatitis. That means there will be swelling in the region of your pancreas. Cancer, it could also leads to cancer. Now diagnosis, how we go to diagnose this would be endoscopy. And in endoscopy like this, we put some imaging inside the mouth of the person. Further, it will be seen on the screen or any computers. Okay, the barium X-ray, nothing but white X-ray that happens, shows in the X-ray plates. Stool test for H. pylori, same for this bacteria, whether it is there or not. And again, there will be serologic test for H. pylori. No need for diagnosis. And then further, we'll go for their lifestyle modification, lifestyle changes, lifestyle management. We'll give them proper food, diet, simple sattvic food, and especially vegetables which are rich in vitamin A, vitamin C. Bland, that is mashed food, we can give them because it is difficult for their stomach to like digest food properly. Indigestion will also happen. So if they will take a proper complete bite of the chapati or it will be difficult to get. So they can have the blend or mashed foods. Okay, then food rich in probiotics. Also we can give them the food like a very light food, and will avoid them with the milk, cha, or you can say these milk dairy products such as the milk tea, because these tea, coffee, all these are nothing but the irritants which will further, normally also they are not good for us, they are harmful only. But as the person have that immune system or that capacity to maintain or manage with this, they manages. But this will create further more irritant and can damage more the layers of the stomach. So avoid these all. Spicy food, of course it will not be bearable for the person. Stop smoking, alcohol, reduces stress, the main cause for everything. Yogic management, you all know asanas, simple relaxing asanas, because as they are having ulcers in their abdomen or their gastric region, so we can't give them much heavy exercises or heavy practices in the asanas. Simple relaxing asanas, pavan muktasan, shashankasana is named bhujangasan, shalabhasan, shavasana. After 1 to 2 weeks we can go for surya namaskar, but very less in counts, very slow in the pace. Okay, if they can bear, then only, otherwise can avoid. Pranayam, Brahmari, Nadi Shodhan more effective. Will not give with go with them. Okay, in Kriya. Will not go in Kriya, will not go for Kapalbhati and all. And here also, no Bhastrika, will go for Brahmari, Nadi Shodhan. Simple practices. Okay. Nadanusandan also we can go for. Then Kriya, your Neti, Lagu Shank Prakshalan, it will be more effective than woman dhoti also, because all these are related to gastric part. Okay. This is yes, we can understand this. In bleeding ulcer, this is the severe condition. In bleeding ulcer, we should avoid the woman dhoti, otherwise more bleeding will happen, of course, because the lining is break down. That lining blood will come out, due to which this bleeding ulcer is seen. Okay, with this we have completed this our peptic ulcer. If any doubt in this, you can ask. Any questions, any doubts? Is it a past? Hariom, everyone, my voice is audible.
Yes, ma'am.
Any doubts in this?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So have you all have revised? I'll ask the questions now for 15 minutes, then we'll end the session. Because actually nowadays it is very hectic. I today also thought that I will not be able to take class, but within half hour, 1 hour, I like fast make these slides. And okay, so we'll tell, you've revised or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what we have studied yesterday, Sonia ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. We study about gastritis and indigestions
Okay.
in the gastrointestinal disorder.
Okay, ma'am. What is indigestion, Anita ma'am?
Ma'am, it's a stomach upset, we can say. Dyspepsia, pepsia, we can also say that which means food is not digested properly.
Okay.
In your upper abdomen, ma'am, which mainly.
Okay, who will tell what is gastritis? Raise your hands. Okay, Rupali ma'am will.
Ma'am, gastritis is the inflammation in the lining of the stomach, an inner muscular membrane, mucosal
Muscular.
membrane,
Yes,
mucosal membrane.
mucosal layer. Okay. So, and in this one, our peptic ulcer, where it is extended from the mucosal membrane to which layer? Rupali ma'am, yes. I'm asking to you only.
Uh, muscularia, laris mucosa.
Muscular, muscularis mucosa.
Mucosa. Yes, ma'am.
Learn is muscles. It is something related to muscles. So muscularis. So maybe my internet connection is not good. If it goes, you can tell me on the group also. Okay, now who will tell that what is two types I told you na that gastritis if it is in the whole stomach or in the part of the stomach. Who will tell about this? Usha ma'am will tell. Usha ma'am, are you there?
Mom, yes, I'm not feeling very well today. I'm feeling very nauseous.
Okay, ma'am. I will complete the session fast. So can it Anita ma'am will tell.
Yes, ma'am. It's a type of peptic ulcer, ma'am. If it is if the ulcer is formed in gas inside the walls of stomach, means it is gastric ulcer.
No, no, no,
If
no.
it is okay,
No, ma'am, I am asking about in gastritis itself. Yesterday I told something that if inflammation in the whole stomach, if in the part of the stomach, what
yes,
it
ma'am.
will be as.
Yes, ma'am. I remember pan that only you are asking, ma'am.
Tell.
Pan gastritis and anterior gastritis.
Okay,
If
Rupali
it is
ma'am will tell.
inflammation
Good
occurs in
ma'am.
whole stomach, it is
Anita ma'am,
pan
you are right.
gastritis.
Yes.
Ma'am, inflammation in the whole stomach is known as gastritis, and inflammation in the part of the stomach is enteral gastritis.
Yes. Anita ma'am was also like right only. She's Angadlikar. So now who will tell that how many types of the gastritis are there? Sonia ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. I'll tell. Uh, there are there are two types of gastritis. One is acute gastritis, and second one is the chronic. Acute gastritis is occur suddenly, and chronic gastritis is occur gradually, means slowly over time. It
Okay.
occurs.
Okay. Mhm. Okay then. 1 second. I will stop. Cause